Hello friends, welcome back to this video. So today we're going to be exploring the keys with 6 flats, oh my gosh. And we're going to do a little music theory first so we understand it, and then I'm going to play them for you so that you can hear what they sound like, and we'll get to maybe think about what the vibe of G flat major and E flat minor is. So I've drawn a little circle here, and this circle represents the key with 6 flats. This is the order of the flats up here: B, E, A, D, G, C, F. And when we figure out the major scale that has 6 flats, you just take the second to last flat, and that is your major scale. So B, E, A, D, G, C, the second to last flat is G flat. So this light side over here is G flat major. And then to find the minor scale, or the dark side of the key, we always take the 6th scale degree of the major scale, whether it's the sharps or flats. So if we count up together: G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat, D flat, E flat. Okay, so E flat minor is over here. So the keys with 6 flats are G flat major and E flat minor. So over here, I've written them out for you, and I've popped in the scale degrees. So every scale has 7 distinct scale degrees. They all have a different function, right? Do is always your home base, and then re is your first step forward, right? And then 3rd scale degree is joyful if it's major. If it's minor, do, re, mi, it's kind of sad, right? The 3rd scale degree makes everything sad, for example. Anyway, so here's our G flat major scale. We have the 6th scale degree circled because that gives us our minor scale, E flat minor. And there's 3 different kinds of minor scales. What's written out here is called the natural minor, right? It's the exact, just dark side of the major. So nothing has been tweaked. The harmonic minor raises the 7th scale degree. So if we're going to play the harmonic minor scale, you're going to raise the 7th scale degree. So D flat becomes just plain old D. And now we have 1.5 steps between 6 and 7, right? So if you were playing a song that was in E flat harmonic minor, you'd always be running into this little 6, 7, 1 thing that's happening, and you'd have this really interesting 1.5 steps there. Okay, the melodic minor raises and lowers the 6 and 7. So I'm going to erase this here. So the melodic minor is, typically what we encounter. It's kind of normal for our ears to hear that. And what we do is we're going to raise 6 and 7 on the way up. So I'm going to just erase these flats. Right, so you have kind of like this little moment of joy and maybe hopefulness within this darkness. And then on the way down, we're going to lower them. So we actually have both sides of the coin. You have the natural and you have the flat in this case, right? So, and that actually is really good because it gives us the potential to have a major 5 chord, right? So you could have B flat, D natural, and F, and that would give you a major 5 chord, which was one of the most important chords, right? The 1 and the 5 are super important. So to have a major 5 chord, like in a major scale, fabulous. If we're in the natural minor, we'd have a minor 5 chord. It's just not as strong sounding, right? So anyway, let me grab my viola. I'm also going to put on some recordings of scales and drones in the background so we can hear more of the harmony of the scale. We're going to hear the G flat major scale first. So let's see here. I'm going to play this in thirds. So I'm starting on B flat. What the feeling of this is. Is it summer, winter, fall, spring, fall, 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 almost like very light and shiny, maybe sparkly, good vibes, right? So let's go to the dark side, and I'm gonna put on an E flat drone, and we're gonna hear the E flat natural minor scale first. So this is just the exact dark side of the coin. Okay, I'm still gonna do the third scale degree. So I'm gonna start on a G flat this time. What would be happening with the characters? Are they like, oh yay, let's have a party? Or are they, oh my goodness, I need to think about this dark thing that's happening in my life. I feel X, Y, Z, and this is happening, and this is happening, and you know, there's just more turmoil perhaps, right? Or maybe something serious is going on for the characters. So now we're going to do the harmonic minor. The harmonic minor is the one that has the 1.5 steps between 6 and 7. So C flat to D natural. This has a little more spicy sounding. So let's hear what this sounds like. Come on, computer. There we go. I'm still starting on the third scale degree. Sounding, or there's something else that's happening with the characters there. Maybe they're plotting something, you know, terrible that's going to happen. So let's hear the very last one. This is going to be the E melodic minor scale. So there's a lift with 6 and 7. So we're going to raise 6 and 7.5 steps. So we have C natural and D natural. Then we're going to lower them on the way down. It's going to sound pretty normal to our ears. But still, let's consider maybe even a color that this might be. Key with 6 flats, and it sounds really interesting. It's a beautiful key. One of the things that's really beautiful about practicing scales is that we get to maybe artistically connect with them a little bit. So I would recommend playing along with the recording tracks for this key that I have, and also learning, playing along with the violin tutorial, the viola tutorial, and try playing starting on a different scale degree even, so you can hear more of the different colors in the key. See if there's a color that actually pops out to you. Like, did anything sound like silvery today, or did it sound like blue or green or black? And if so, like what shade ranges within that? And were there like more painful moments, or were there more kind of like maybe more like moments of releasing the tension? Thinking about what season it might be is also kind of interesting. Noticing how it makes you feel. Sounds make us feel a certain way. So anyway, I hope you enjoy practicing this key, and I will see you in the next one.